sun's going behind the clouds again. But I've decided to go ahead and make this my last week where I'm gonna get produce to people and deliver. I'm gonna go ahead and keep getting veggies for my #1 customer, and there'll be maybe a couple more people who I get little specialty things to, but I think I'm gonna call it quits because I'm having, you know, every week I'm having a hard time squeaking, you know, more out of my lettuces here. And since it's kind of my centerpiece of what I'm doing, I don't want to be like, well, you guys, I might have a few carrots this week or something. I want to kind of go out with a bang, right? So I've got one lettuce here in the first patch, which is bolting to seed. So yeah, not getting quite as much from each of these cuts. So I'm down here harvesting lettuce, and this raven is just raising a hell over in that tree. What in the world? Oh my God. So I'm cutting here on my baby chard, and I'm seeing like these little tiny holes. I've still been able to get a few cuts off the orch here in the greenhouse with the cucumbers. Last week there wasn't enough really to put in the salad mix, so I used just mostly baby chard, but this week there's enough regrowth that, just a little bit in the lettuce mix makes it look really nice. I don't know, after 7 o'clock or something, and I just got the poly low tunnel back up and it started raining. I just got to pull up like 150 carrots, throw them in a box, and get a few green onions, and I'm done. Yay! So the rain actually stopped, and I got my box of carrots, a box of green onions. Hey folks, I'm in the basil greenhouse again. I just walked past here out in the garden, and you see the plastic got torn off the tunnel because we had a little storm, little bit of rain and wind. I've just been pouring down rain this morning, but look, people. Can you see the sun? Can you see that? That sun is poking out. Anyway, I've got a couple of 6-ounce bags I need to cut, and a couple 3-ounce bags and some bunches. And then the restaurant contacted me earlier, and she said she wants minimum 2 6-ounce bags next Tuesday, and maybe even 6. So I didn't promote my basil this week because I'm gonna be picking it pretty hard, I think. Okay, so I'm running a little bit late, so I'm just gonna get the stuff for, I need 1 more 6-ounce bag for later on, but I need to go out and get parsley and get the rest of the cucumbers and get my early people, so that's what I'm gonna do next. So, check that mud out, and this guy's looking all gloomy and sad again. I wanted to show you guys my radishes. Both patches, the cedar planted things are really close. Like I had it set at about 1 inch or 1.25 inches, but some of these got put really super close. So I'm gonna have to increase the spacing, the spacing. But they're all just jammed together there. So they just haven't done as well. Anyway, I'm gonna go get some parsley. I thought I had, oh my gosh, a huge patch of parsley, but my #1 customer wanted like 3 bunches every week, and so I've been cutting pretty hard. I didn't cut as many last week, and I'm only getting him 1 bunch now per week. But maybe if I had let them kind of grow a little bit more rather than just kind of cutting them so hard right off. This is my 3rd patch of green onions, and they're not ready yet. I'm still picking from that 2nd patch right there. But I'm thinking about moving these guys into the greenhouse, like yanking out the bolting cilantro and dill in the greenhouse and seeing if I couldn't move these guys in there and see if they would do better. Anyway, that might be an experiment. Oh, okay, harvesting parsley. Oh, man, look, I'm just looking closely at these leaves and they're getting those spots. Kind of similar, I think, to the baby chard. It's all over them. So, shoot, man. I'm going to be really... Like, this one's clean. Yeah, no more parsley after this week, I don't think. Oh, yay. Starting to rain again. So, I've been having to kind of wash the parsley because it's really dirty. The curly stuff is holding up a lot better. Okay, this is my little patch of mint. Remember him? Look, he's trying to escape. Oh, man. But I'm just going to get one little bunch of these guys. Okay, I'm in the kale patch. I got to get some kale and some chard. Thought I'd show you. Oh, that's the kind of damage I'm getting in the kale. So you can't sell it leaves like that. Here's another one. But a lot of the upper leaves are still fine and nice. Although you got to kind of pull these curled to check. See if there's caterpillar damage. Some of it's slug damage, but some of it's caterpillar. And then, got a lot of damage going on in the chard. But mostly the problem, I think I already showed you. Well, got some things bolting here. I don't usually have kale that bolts, but let's see. Where can we look at the edges? Where the edges are looking pretty crappy. Oh yeah, just kind of rotting along the edges. And so I'm having to pick, yeah, like this, rotting, you know, along the edges or whatever it is, like this. So I'm having to be real careful and check, and I'm not, you know, just not as able to get as many leaves. Hey, so I'm back out in the basil greenhouse. I got to get my last 6-ounce bag, but I wanted to show you kind of what the basil looks like. Normally this time of year, the first batch of basil that I plant is starting to look really sketchy. It'll start getting leaves kind of like discolored like this. But a lot of this is looking pretty good. It is, you know, bolting to seed, you know, but some of them are not so much. So it's actually looking quite good, but still it is getting some, you know, a little bit more discoloration and stuff like that. But over here in my second patch that I planted, or whatever it was, you can see the leaves are a lot fresher, you know. So that's the advantage of kind of having a couple successions of basil, but I may only stick with just like doing 2 successions. There's a slug. So the cilantro and dill that I planted at the garden end here, just bolted, you know, so it doesn't help. It didn't help to have it in the greenhouse. I'm just gonna have to kind of figure out how to do. I really want to grow cilantro and dill, so I got to figure out how to do it. So I found a slug on the basil, being all cocky, out in the middle of the daytime, in front of God and everybody, having another little bit of a downpour out there. Alrighty, so I am here in the cucumber greenhouse now. Yeah, got my little bag of basil that I just got, and I need to pick a few cucumbers. Okay, so I need 7 or 8 of these things. That's big enough. But see, these guys keep growing. I've got little guys coming on. I thought I was gonna have a really bad aphid problem because there were some aphids in the orage and it was kind of climbing up in here, but it hasn't really been too bad at all. So I don't know how much longer these guys are gonna make it. I keep plucking off leaves that, you know, are getting dripped on and getting cruddy, but actually these plants, since I gave them that seaweed tea, are looking a lot healthier than they were before. So they're doing all right despite no sunshine. I'm out here to to get my last 5 Italian kale and 4 chard. I'm gonna have to squeak out the chard. But I was hoping to get a break in the rain. It looks like I might be getting it. Yay, I put my scuba suit on anyway, just in case. But while we're here, I might as well just do the last tour of the garden, right? This is my sugar snap peas. Totally, completely blighted out. And I would have pulled these a long time ago, but it just has not been a dry day to just, you know, get them out of here. So they're still here. And I've got the potatoes down below here, which I don't expect to produce much, if anything, because the soil is not amended. But I don't know, if we get a dry day, I might be able to go ahead and dig up some potatoes and see how they look. I've also got the potatoes out, you know, in the berry patch, and they're a lot bigger. But yeah, so I've got to get some Italian kale and some chard. And this is my, these 2 beds are supposed to be covered in a polylow tunnel for the winter to see if I can't, you know, overwinter these guys. And I don't know, that's kind of the plan. But these are a bigger carrot than what I'm growing over here, which is the Romance. And by the way, I would have preferred to have Yaya variety carrot, but they didn't have seed. So this is Giants of Colmar, and they're still actually pretty small. But this is supposed to be a big carrot. So may take a little while for it to grow and become mature. Anyway, gotta get to picking. Okay, so that was my garden tour in the rain. And this will be my last week of harvesting for whatever, 15 people. And yeah, my motto is quit while you're ahead, while things are still looking nice. Hi. Hi, sweetie. What do you think of the little tiny bit of sunshine? That's not so bad, huh?